1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone out there in Mandolin land, Mike Heading here, come today with the old kid song Buffalo Gals in the key of A. I did this one for banjo a week or two back, and I thought it'd be fun to do a mandolin version as well. You're gonna get some great workout in the key of A. We've got 3 versions for this song. It's pretty short, so we're gonna learn 3 separate versions. One sticking just to the single note melody. The second version, we're going to look at filling it up with this classic shuffle picking, so down, down, up, down picking that's used a lot. So we're going to look at filling it up, adding some slides and some alternate picking in the second version. And then lastly, for the third version, we're going to look at how do we make it sound like bluegrass. We're going to add some slides, add even more alternate picking, a bunch of stuff to kind of make it sound like a bluegrass solo. I'll break down all 3 versions note for note, just like I played at the beginning. And then I'll show you a backup lesson as well. We're going to learn how to play the A and E chords a bunch of spots all over the neck. We're keeping this one kind of in the beginner realm, but I think you can get this one with some practice. All right, enough talking. Here's Buffalo Gals in the key of A. Let's dive into this one. All right, let's start breaking down this basic single note melody to Buffalo Gals in the key of A. Let me play the first 9 measures. That's like halfway through the melody part, and then we'll break it down in smaller sections. Here we go. Do it again really slow. So let's start breaking down this melody. So we're going to be using notes out of the A major scale. Let's just review that real quick. So we got open A string, 2nd fret on the A, 4th fret, and then 5th fret, and then up onto the high E string, same notes, open, 2, 4, and 5. So you have going backwards, 5, 4, 2, open, down to the A string, 5, 4, 2, open. Okay, and then we're going to use one more note down here, the 2nd fret on the D string, which is just part of the lower scale. Same note as this high E, okay? So those are the main notes we're going to use. And we're going to start with the 2nd fret on the D string on beat 4. So count 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to play a downstroke with our index finger, 2nd fret of the D string. And then we're going to play a little melody. Open A string, all downstrokes. We're going to do quarter notes. So open A string twice. And then the 4th fret. And then the high E. And then the 2nd fret. Open, high E, 4th fret for a half note on the A string. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do it without counting. 1, 2, 3. If you're having trouble playing that half note, you can play the note twice to hear the timing. And then what I recommend is just take out the 2nd pick and kind of just do like an air guitar move where you play the rhythm but don't hit the string. That's what you can do if you're having trouble with that. Or just count it out like I said. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we'll fill those sections up later, but those half notes, the longer notes, help the basic melody stand out. So one more time. 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're hitting both pairs of strings. That's a common beginner mistake. A lot of times, I know I did this, is I would hit the higher of the two pairs on the ups or the downstroke, and then I would hit the lower one on the upstroke. So I was only getting half my volume. Make sure you're playing through both pairs of strings. You don't want it to sound like two different notes like this. You got to play through fast enough that it sounds like a single note. So you have 1, 2, 3. And then we play a little response lick, open high E, 5th fret on the A string, and then 2nd fret. Same timing as measure 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we actually go back and play measure 3 again in measure 5. So quick, move your index finger up to the 2nd fret of the high E string. You got to move it quick and then go. Okay, so let's play those first 5 measures. Not too hard. So 1, 2, 3. This is a good lesson to practice your wrist angle, right? So if you look at measures 3 through 5, that's a good practice, right? You want to be able to go. See how I can play that note while my other fingers are hovering and touching the A string? Right? I'm not back like this so if I try and play measures 3 through 5, right? If I'm back like this, it's going to be, you'll hear that when you try and play that next phrase, right? So see if you can get that phrase to all ring out. That's going to help you get that correct wrist angle so you can get all those notes to ring out, okay? So that's the first melody, not too hard. 1, 2, 3. Now we basically play the same melody, but just we don't have a pickup. So measure 6 we just do is the same as measure 2. And then right here we just fill out the measure of measure 7. Instead of just doing a half note, we're going. And then a little ending licks, very similar to measure 4, measure 8. Okay, we just play 2 E strings. And then the 5th fret, 2nd fret, open. Okay, so let's play those first 9 measures. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so all downstrokes in that first A part basic melody. Now let's look at what's called the B part, and we're going to add our first section of down-up picking. So we're going to go all the way up to the 5th fret on the high E string, so our high A note, and we're going to play a down up with 8th notes. We're going to go 1 and... Actually, let me show you. I'll show you a simple way to do it first, and then I'll show you how I have it written, just so we're clear. So the simplest way is just walking down the notes. 5, 4, 2, open. And then we'd go. So we actually connect back into our A part melody. So the only difference is measure 10, right? And that's the simple way, is just walk down the notes. 5, 4, 2, open, right? But I'll show you a way that's going to spell out the melody a little bit better, is we're going to use some down up picking. So we're going to go a down up on the 5th fret, and then 4, 2, and then another down up. So we have the count there is instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, all downstrokes. Now we're going down, up, 1 and then down, down, 2, 3, and then down, up, 4 and, right? So the count is 1 and 2, 3, 4 and, 1 and 2, 3, 4 and. It's going to help spell out the melody a little bit better. So we have. And again, if you're having trouble with that, just go back and play it simple. But that's the Buffalo Gals, Won't You Come Out Tonight. So we're kind of spelling out that melody with the rhythm. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight, right? That's the only part of the B part you have to memorize. If you get this part, the rest of it is just sections of the A part, right? So we have... So that's the same as measures 3 through 5. And then we play that same melody. Now we play our ending from the A part. So really, if you learn measure 10 and it's the same as measure 14, you have the whole B part down. You just have to learn that one measure. Okay, so that's the single note melody, not too hard. We're going to use a lot of downstrokes, obviously. You know, if you're a beginner, just get used to playing out of that A major scale. Really work on your tone and timing for this one. Doing those downstrokes, getting really good tone on those. Now let's look at filling that melody up with more alternate picking, right? So doing all those downstrokes is good practice, but it's not super interesting. So what we're going to do is add some more rhythm with our right hand in the second version. Let's break that down right now.